Imagine we could empty the oceans, draining all their water to reveal the secrets of the ocean floor. What could we possibly find? Today, we're draining the waters of the Pacific Ocean, and I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I can tell you that what awaits us is shocking live volcanoes, ancient civilizations, and colossal cliffs twice the size of the Grand Canyon. Our exploration begins off the west coast of the United States. You didn't come here to surf. Instead, you'll be exploring a terrifying underwater phenomenon known as the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire is not only the name of a very fun Johnny Cash song, it's also the planet's largest and most dangerous seismic zone. It's about 25,000 miles long and hosts around 800 volcanoes. Around 90% of all earthquakes happen in the Ring of Fire. The thing is, these earthquakes have the unique ability to also shake seabeds. So instead of just moving continental land, they also create great surges of water, meaning they cause significantly sized tsunamis. This is a big problem for us, since over 500 million people live around the coast of the Pacific Ocean. Let's open the drain and see what's behind all of these natural disasters, shall we? Thanks to top-notch scanning technology and 3D imaging, we can actually recreate what lies hidden beneath surface waters. Here it is, located just 150 miles from cities such as Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver. A huge underwater mountain range made up of colossal cliffs, almost twice the height of the Grand Canyon. Some are tall enough to store 6 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other. It stretches for a staggering 700 miles along the coast. These cliffs look pretty harmless, but these are what geologists call a subduction zone. Sorry, what? A subduction zone is created when 2 tectonic plates are locked together in great tension. This tension is so big that it can create earthquakes of magnitudes 9.0 or higher. But what does that even mean? Let's review some basic geology. The core of our planet is a ball of iron surrounded by lava and a thick mantle of rock. This mantle is divided into what we call tectonic plates, but they aren't seamless. They've got cracks and they move around quite a bit, driven by the lava they are settled upon. If you've ever wondered how a mountain is formed, this is how, when 2 tectonic plates smash into each other. Sometimes one of them will get wrinkled and thrown upward, while the other is carved even deeper into Earth's mantle. When this happens, it creates a tense subduction zone. This sure is a cool discovery, but it's dangerous to the neighboring cities. Until recently, scientists believed that this structure had never collapsed during an earthquake. But your team has found some evidence that suggests otherwise. You've paired up with an expert underwater earthquake detective. Yes, there is such a thing, and dug core samples from the sea floor. These samples show us the behavior of this underwater mountain range for the past 2,000 years. And guess what? The samples show that somewhere around 1700 CE, a tragic event happened, an earthquake of a 9.0 in magnitude. If it were today, it would highly affect the cities built near the coast. Before you leave, you find another piece of bad news. According to the samples, earthquakes like these are bound to happen every 400 years. If that is really true, well, then someone needs to come up with a very good plan in order to protect the west coast of the US and Canada. As you find out, this is not the only scary underwater formation that can cause tsunamis. The so-called Kaikoura Canyon in New Zealand also gives scientists something to talk about. Located less than a mile from the shore, researchers think this formation had something to do with the magnitude 7.8 earthquake that hit New Zealand back in 2016. You make a pit stop on the island to drain the waters right off the coast, and you see the colossal structure that's giving people the chills. The Kaikoura Canyon stretches for over 37 miles and forms one of the deepest sea channels in the world. The walls nosedive sharply on a depth of over 6,000 feet. For comparison, this equals 3 Burj Khalifa buildings stacked on top of each other. Trust me, it's pretty deep. In case this tectonic plate ever wishes to move around, it will probably cause a very devastating tsunami. But let's not think of worst-case scenarios, huh? Moving on, you visit the island of Japan. You've come to check out the buzz around a forgotten underwater city. You catch a boat to the Ryukyu Islands, just off the coast. 3, 2, 1, and we pull the plug to drain the Pacific waters in the region. It doesn't take long before you start seeing a huge structure. At first, it looks like the ruins of Machu Picchu, located all the way across the globe in Peru. As you approach it, you slowly figure out its forms, a pyramid-shaped structure. arches, staircases. It's something that could have easily been a palace or castle. Could this also be a sign of human activity? What you've just seen is known today as the Yonaguni Monument. It also goes by the name of Japan's Atlantis. The entire monument is about the size of 5 football fields and the height of a 5-story building. Its most surprising feature is its expansive terraces, which could have hosted large gatherings. Explorers and scientists believe that Yonaguni dates back 10,000 years ago. But whether it is a human-made structure or a natural formation is still under debate. For Japan's top marine geologist, Professor Masaki Kimura, Yonaguni is the heritage of lost civilization. Kimura has dived to explore the ruins over 100 times over the past 10 years. According to him, there are clear signs of human activity down there. The triangular pool located on the monument is a triangular-shaped concave that is the historical symbol of water fountains in the region. There is also a giant turtle carved on the eastern side of the structure, and according to Kimura, turtles have an important cultural meaning. Several pieces of stone tools have been recovered from the site. However, not all scientists support this idea. For many, Yonaguni is the result of thousands of years of erosion. The fact that the monument is composed of one massive rock leads them to believe it's not human-made. The defined edges and flat surfaces resemble a natural formation occurrence in Northern Ireland known as the Giant's Causeway, a series of interlocking basalt columns looking like the ruins of a palace, but they were the result of volcanic activity in the region. Well, it's not up for you to decide, so you keep on moving. As you're about to leave the island, a scientist calls you and asks you for your help. There's a mysterious underwater hole 44 miles off the coast of Tokyo that needs some attention. You pull the drain plug to check it out. As the water recedes, it reveals a large underwater plateau. At its center, there's the hole you need. It turns out to be the vent of an underwater volcano. Thousands of years ago, it probably had a towering cone, but it has been worn down by erosion and the movement of waves and has remained hidden over many years. To figure out if the volcano is dormant or not, you decide to check its temperature with the help of a submarine thermometer. Shocking news, the volcano is active. The news might be exciting at first, but we're talking about an underwater volcano very close to the coast of one of the world's most densely populated cities, Tokyo. No actual threats have been identified so far, but scientists promise to come back every few months in order to monitor its activities. Phew, I'll tell you one thing, there are a lot of scarier things than sharks lurking beneath the waters of the ocean.